E. coli found in water towers at New York buildings report. What happened here? So an investigation with the New York Times found the presence of bacteria, including E. coli and coliforms, in water towers and buildings in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. The paper says many thousands of tanks throughout the city that serve millions of New Yorkers haven't been properly inspected in years. The Times took samples from water towers at 12 buildings in those 3 boroughs and found E. coli, which is carried in the feces of birds, mammals, and in 5 of them, federal regulations require a boil water advisory to be issued when E. coli is found in the drinking water. The paper found coliform, a bacteria that isn't harmful itself, but can significantly environment conducive to the growth of harmful bacteria. In the same 5 tanks where the E. coli was detected, as well as 3 other tanks where E. coli was absent. The Times says all the positive findings came from samples from the tank bottoms underneath the pipe that supplies the building taps. But since the water circulates in tanks, public health experts said the presence of bacteria is still cause for concern. The city told the paper that its tanks, more than 10,000 of them currently in use, are all safe and that the health inspection standards are up to par. Though dozens of New Yorkers have called 311 each year to complain they've gotten sick from drinking tap water. The city says none of the illnesses have been traced back to the tanks, according to the Times. Stefan Edberg, a Yale University public health microbiologist who emailed the city's Department of Health and Mental Hygiene when he learned of the Times sampling results, said the city's population is so dense that it would be extraordinarily difficult to trace the water-related sickness back to a particular tank. You literally have to have the entire apartment building get sick at the same time, he told the Times. In the email to the Department of Health, the Mental Hygiene, Edberg wrote, fecal contamination means that the towers are subject to animal intrusion, almost certainly birds and potentially animals such as squirrels. Currently, these units are not sealed to the outside. According to the Times, building owners are largely responsible for ensuring their water tanks do not get contaminated. They meet standards required by the city's buildings and health codes. Nearly 60% of the building owners do not comply with city surveys, show the city has not been done much to enforce laws governing the management of water tanks, according to the Times. The city told the Times it would continue to conduct surveys and annual surveys, but did not plan to expand the laws. The department continued compliance with regulation and improved compliance by consulting with building owners regarding the requirements through realtor associations and building management companies, the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene said in a statement. So this is a huge problem. Yes, it would be hard to trace back, but when issues like this happen, it can affect multiple people. And these are things that a lot of people are using. So it's always a good idea to periodically test your water so disasters like this can be averted and make sure that there's no E. coli or other bacteria living inside the water.